Hey gang, James Corbett here, sunny climes of Western Japan, all that jazz. As I know that you have probably seen by now, Donald Trump, of course, held his fake news awards last week, in which he delivered the awards to the fake news outlets that had printed fake news items about Trump and the Trump administration over the course of the past year. And to be fair, there were some real humdingers in there, some ridiculous nonsense dredged up by the dinosaur media in their typical fake news journalistic patterns, and I think some of those were quite aptly identified, and the fake news awards were aptly awarded. And just as a side note to that, the Washington Post's fact-check debunk of the fake news awards is in itself a fantastic piece of fake news propaganda, and doesn't really debunk anything of substance, and even makes errors of its own. I'll put some links in the show notes if you're interested in that. But I think the real point is, as I'm sure the Corbett Report audience is aware, fake news is not limited to fake stories about Russian collusion with the Trump administration or whatever. There are extremely, much deeper and bigger issues around which fake news is being generated every single day by the dinosaur press and even some of the independent, quote, quasi-alternative press. So in that spirit, I think the idea of a fake news awards is a good idea, but it goes so much beyond what Trump was pointing out last week. So in that spirit, we here at corbettreport.com, i.e. me and everyone who's watching, are going to be participating in the first annual independent, real fake news awards. Get that? Real fake news? I.e. everything else that was excluded from the fake news awards last week. And that could really be anything, but we'll narrow it down to 2017, because otherwise we could be talking about the Lusitania or whatever. Let's narrow it down to 2017. The biggest, most ridiculous fake news stories from last year. And I'm going to, of course, open this up to the Corbett Report community. If you are a Corbett Report member, please log into the website and leave your ideas in the comments for this video. With one caveat, it has to be a specific article or video or podcast or something specific that you can link to saying this particular piece of journalism was fake news because blah, blah, blah. I wanted as specifically honed in as possible. You could talk about the Konshaikun sarin gas attack or whatever that was as fake news, yes, but let's point to a specific article by a specific person. Or you could talk about Vegas and what happened there, but again, let's look at a specific article from a specific outlet so that we can really hone in and give a fake news award to some of these fake news outlets that are out there. I have my own ideas, obviously, but I know you guys will be able to come up with a lot more than I could think of off the top of my head, so I'm looking forward to seeing your responses, and get them in quickly, because I'm probably going to be recording the fake news awards within the next 48 to 72 hours, so get your responses in as quickly as possible for consideration, and anyone whose idea I do use on the podcast will receive a free Corbett Report DVD for your participation. Remember, this is for Corbett Report members only. Members, log into the website, leave your ideas in the comments below. What were the biggest, smelliest, turgid pieces of fake news propaganda from the past year? Ready, set, go.